ob stürmt oder schneit, ob die Sonne uns sagt, der Tag glühend heiß oder eiskalt die Nacht. Bestaubt sind die Gesichter, doch fröhlich zu.
Hello everybody, this is King Fat Boy, and look at this tank. This is a suggestion to wargaming. If you're going to put a tumor on my head, on this tank's head, the view range should be better than 400. I mean, look at it. It has a tumor that is a natural weak spot, and it's over 2 feet over the tank's turret, which makes no sense if it has no view increase in. Look at it. Its standard is 400. If you put a good crew in there, I bet it would be 430, 440 maybe. Okay, but look at its cupola. It's huge. Look at those view slots. I mean, they are massive. You could see the world through this tank's eyes. And I mean, it's just god awful that you punish this tank like this for not having you know, if you're gonna give it a weak spot, you gotta give it something to make up for it. You know, there's a yin and a yang, and this tank doesn't seem to have any yin. It has all the yang, which is all the negatives, but no yin. And I might have that backwards, but the main thing I'm saying is look at all the viewpoints on this tank. I mean, literally, this tank was designed to see. Okay, now let's go to a tank that's not designed to see. Okay, hold on. Let's go to a Russian tank with no viewpoints. We'll make it tier 8, so it's the same tier level. Let's see. Where's the viewports on this tank? Look at that view range on that. It's 370. So you're telling me that all those view spots on that tank is only worth an extra 30? Okay, let's go to another one. Let's go find something a little more on the scale of played. Where's T44? 370. Okay, but it's still, it should have better viewport. The view is not enough. IS3, you know, 350. It has no view. How does it have a 350? It has one little port right there. I mean, cupolas are essential to a tank's sighting ability, and it doesn't seem like it matters. Look at my American tank. Well, I don't have any tier 8 American tanks because they're pointless, but look at my E5 here. Okay, I have a 417, and look at that cupola. What does that tumor on my forehead serve? You know, and I don't have coated optics on it anymore, but when I used to play this tank, which I don't play it anymore because it's got a weak tumor that doesn't give me a better view range, I just don't see the point, guys. It doesn't suit the play style. Let's go to my TD. Look at its cupola, all those beautiful viewports, you know, huge spots to see. 456. I only get that because of my coated optics. You know, a German tank, like the Panther. Look at its cupola. It was designed to see. It only gets the same as a Russian medium. What does a tier 7 Russian medium get? That's the question. I bet it's the exact same. Yeah, but 360. So 10 less degrees. You know, that's actually a real spotty cupola on a Russian tank right there. Let's see if we can find another one. You know, I think it's the same tank. Let's go to the T4. But look at this guy. Where's his view spots? Look at that little box there, man. There's no view ports. And its view range is only 10 degrees better? I mean, come on, guys. The view spots on these tanks should mean something. You know, it should increase my view range. If I'm in a NATO-based tank that's American, German, you know, French. They had better optics, you know. Russian tanks had better armor. American and NATO tanks had better optics, you know. They had better stabilization systems on American tanks, but I'm not worried about that. You know, I'm just worried you give me weak tumor, at least make the tumor do something for me, please. You know. I'm not asking for a lot. Give me an extra 20 view, so I don't have to run this what do you call it, coated optics. You know, so I can run camo, so I can be hidden. You know, if you're gonna punish me with a weak chest, which this thing has, all American tanks here, the same chest. Look at that. It's all the same little chest. You know. And then, let's get to lights. This is 511. Okay. Let's go to a medium. I don't have this medium yet. That's 400. 511 when I'm running chocolate. Let's take the chocolate off and see what happens. You know. 490. This is an excellent crew in my tank. You know. They are made to spot. You know, this tank is punished with a terrible gun because it's a light. I get that, but look at the viewports. It should be way above 490. You know, if I take the crew out, let's see what it is standard. You know, it's 472 standard with the coated optics. Let's check out the American one I don't own. 420. 420, so it's only what? Let's go to the Russian one. You go to the Russian medium, it's only 20 view, it's only got a 20 more view than this Russian tank before the crew. I have 6 per crews for Russian tanks, you know. So can you explain to me how that's possible? Where are the viewports on this tank that make it so incredibly great? I mean, those little spots there, look at how tiny they are compared to some of the cupolas that the American tanks have and the German tanks have. You know, the Leopard, or not the Leopard, but the Panthers. Cupola is huge weak spot on this tank. You know. They all get these giant weak spots and get terrible view range. Just a little above their Russian counterpart. That's crazy. Come on, guys. Make it a little more fair. Give us, if you're going to give us a weak gun, because most of these tanks have weak guns that don't do very much damage, that reload slowly, at least give us a view range advantage. So we see the target first and we can fire first. The way it was in real life, you know, and just to prove I'm not just tooting my own horn, I'll show you pictures of your own tanks here in a minute. Look at this mighty Russian tank, the T-14 Armata. Look at its cupola. It stands almost 2 feet above the tank itself. Tell me that that thing doesn't give you some excellent view range, you know. It looks like it has the same track base as a T-64 or a T-80, but I mean the tank cupola looks like something NATO produced, and this was all done in Russia. That cupola was made in Russia, and it was designed because you have to be able to see your enemy, and the first person to see him is usually the first person to live, you know. And in this game we have hit points. So if we get the first shot off, that doesn't guarantee we're going to get the kill, but at least it gives us a chance when we should have some advantage. You guys get better armor, at least give us better view range, please. You know, cupolas matter. Cupolas' lives matter. And that's King Fatboy done with his rant about cupolas. And have a good day, everybody.